Hello Westside Wellbeing crew, welcome to our yoga mat today. We have got some cool yoga for hot days. This is just going to help us relax, refresh when it gets a bit hot outside. You still want to move, but you don't necessarily want to build up a big sweat. We are therefore going to be doing yoga postures that help cool and calm the body. We are going to be on the mat. We are going to be moving in a way that would be helpful if you've got comfortable clothes on. As always, if anything hurts or if it doesn't feel right, not right for your body today, please just don't do it. And we're actually going to start lying down. So find your way to lie down on your mats. You've done the most important part, the hardest part, in fact. You made it to the mat. So you can just start to let your body settle. You're here for 20 minutes. You don't even have to think about the time. I will keep us on track. Notice as you lie here on your mats how you're feeling. Your energy, what your body's telling you, what your mind is trying to tell you, and how that's all wrapped up in the way that you're breathing. And you can start to take a slightly deeper inhale. And a longer exhale. Each inhale a little deeper. And each exhale a little longer. On your next inhale, start to raise the arms up above the head. Find your full body stretch. And then just relax, but keep the arms above the head. Cross at the thumbs, walk your hands over to the top right corner of your mat, your feet to the bottom right hand corner, so hands and feet same side. Maybe cross your left ankle over the right, feel a lovely long stretch down the left side of the body, take a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, start to walk your feet back to center, your hands back to center, cross your thumbs the other way. And then start to walk your hands over to the top left, your feet to the bottom left. Feeling that big stretch down the right side of the body. Take a couple of breaths here, maybe crossing at the ankles if that enhances the stretch for you. On your next inhale, start to walk your feet back to center, hands back to center. And as you exhale, let your arms come all the way back down. We're just going to let the head roll from side to side. So feeling the head, the back of the head on the mat. Maybe exhaling to let the ear drop down, inhaling to come back to center. Trying to find a nice rhythm here that matches your breath. And then next time you come back to center, just hold here, bend into the knees and bring the feet to the floor. As your gaze goes to the right, let your knees drop towards the left. And then inhale to center, exhale, knees right, gaze left. Moving with the breath, just like we were as the head was moving, but now we're just adding the knees. We're just getting a little lateral movement through the trunk and some internal, external rotation into your hips. Excellent. Getting into the hip joints a little more. Bring everything back to center. Interlace your fingers around the top of the right shin. Squeeze knee towards shoulder. Just a nice big squeeze. You can keep your left leg bent. You could release into the right ankle. And turn back the other way.
Finding stillness here. Right hand to right knee, left hand to left hip. Just start to circle into that right hip joint. Maybe moving the hips in a way you haven't had a chance to today, or maybe even all week. And back the other way. Finding stillness here. Release the foot. Interlace your fingers around the top of the left shin. Squeeze knee down towards the shoulder. Start to get some movement into your ankle. And back the other way. Find stillness in the ankle, right hand to right hip, left hand to left knee. Start to circle into that left hip joint. And back the other way. Coming to stillness, releasing the left foot to the floor. Just take a breath here. As you inhale, hug both legs in towards the body. Wrap your arms around the tops of the shins. Squeeze thighs towards the belly. And then hands come to the back of the knees. You can gently rock from side to side. And then we start to rock forwards and backwards. And if this feels just too energetic for your practice today, that's fine. Roll onto your side, push yourself up. We're going to rock and roll a few more times. And then come all the way up. Top pull forwards. We're coming straight into child's pose. So we take the knees wide, big toes touch, push your hips back towards your heels. Reach your fingertips away from you, soften forehead, chest down towards the floor. So we're just letting those hips open out wider, letting the tailbone settle towards your heels, lengthening through the whole of the spine, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms. Just take a couple more breaths. On your next inhale, keep the head low as you walk the hands in towards the body. Roll up the spine, taking your time. When you get here, no rush at all. We're going to slide onto our sit bones and take the legs and feet out wide as feels comfortable. Sitting on a cushion, any kind of elevation might be really nice. Also, if you don't want to have the legs straight, just have a bend in the knees. And again, just take the feet as wide as feels comfortable. Lovely. We're going to slide right hand down the right leg. Start to reach the left arm up and over. Gaze goes up towards the lifted arm. Top shoulder nice and soft and relaxed. Don't worry about grabbing hold of the foot with either of your hands. We're just sending the hands in that direction. Now, from here, we're going to turn our chest down towards the leg. Walk our hands all the way around to the other side. I'm mirroring you, so my left hand staying down on the leg, right arm reaching up and over, twisting, opening the chest. Breathe. Lovely. Let's start to lower the chest down towards the leg. Now, walk your hands all the way back up the leg. Stay turned towards that left leg. Bend your right leg around. Bring the foot to the inside of the thigh. Lovely. Janu Shrishasana, this one's called. Forward folds are nice and cooling. Engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze goes up. And as you exhale, start to lean forwards with the chest, opening the chest towards the toes. Again, I'm not interested in whether you can grab the foot or not. I'm more interested in how long and flat you can keep your back. You always want to imagine your leg is lengthening out behind you. Your gaze is towards your toes. Breathe. On your next inhale, nice strong core, reach the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, release the hands down. You can turn your torso back to the middle. We're going to swap over the legs. So open out wide again. This time we're bending that left leg in. Turn the torso. Belly button shoots out towards the big toe. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to lean and reach. Hands coming to that left shin or the foot, or the knee or the thigh, you decide. Keep looking towards the toes. On an inhale, sweep the arms back up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, let the hands come down. Now, bend both legs in towards each other. Soles of the feet touch. You've got this kind of diamond shape with the legs, hips and knees opening out wide. We're going to sit up tall. Plenty of options here. We want to keep the spine long and tall the whole time. You can bring your fingertips to the floor behind you just to help elevate your spine out from your hips and lean forwards. Walk the hands a little closer in towards the body. Now you could stay here or bring those hands around, maybe interlace the hands around the toes or push elbows into the inner thighs or the inner shins, calves. You decide, but try and make this motion to come from your hips, not around from your spine. Excellent. On your next inhale, start to come all the way back up. Bring those knees together, hands come back behind you, and you can just windscreen wiper your knees, your legs from side to side. And then start to find your way back to stillness. We're coming into our breathing exercise. So you want a comfortable seated position. So you could be sat on the floor, you could have bum to heels, you could sit on a chair. Spine is long, so our ribs and our chest can move nice and freely. This is a funny little breathing exercise. It's called Sheetali or Sheetali breath. And if you have a tongue that rolls like this, we're going to do that. So you roll the tongue, stick it out between your lips, and that becomes like the little straw or tube that we inhale through. Now, if you can't roll your tongue, no problem. Tongue comes between the teeth, poke it out a little bit, and make your mouth a little bit wider at the sides. So the sides of the mouth here become the straws that we inhale through. So it would look like this. Hopefully you can hear that beautiful sound on the microphone. So you're either rolling the tongue or holding the tongue like this. Now, have a little just to play around with getting used to that breath, because what we're going to do is inhale, hold, and then exhale out through the nose. And this is meant to be a really nice, cooling, soothing breath. And we're going to take 5 rounds of this breath. So we just do a couple of practice rounds. Hold at the top, Exhale out through the nose. Inhaling. Hold at the top. Exhaling out through the nose. Nice. So hopefully you've got the hang of it. You've worked out which one is best for you, the tongue rolling or the tongue between the teeth. And we're going to take 2 normal breaths here. Nice deep inhale. Nice long exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. Let's begin. Inhaling. Hold. Exhaling. Inhaling. Hold. Exhaling. Inhaling. Hold. Exhaling. Inhaling. Hold. Exhaling through the nose. Last round. Inhaling. Hold. Exhaling. Excellent. Just let the body, let the breath, let the mind settle. Excellent work, everybody. Bring your knees together. We're coming into a seated forward fold. Walk those feet close in towards the body. Reach down with your hands. Grab hold of the outside edges of your feet. Maybe take the first 2 fingers around the big toes. You decide. Sit up tall. Really sandwich the belly to the thighs like you've got a 50-pound note there. And if you relax, you lose it. On your next exhale, start to move the heels away from the body. You inhale to sit up longer. Exhale to make the legs longer, but keep the belly to the thighs. Don't lose that 50-pound note. Shoulders squeezing away from your ears, down your spine towards your tailbone. Inhale, length. Exhale to push those heels away. Again, the goal is not to have straight legs. The goal is to keep the belly to thighs. On your next inhale, release the hands. Start to walk your hands all the way back up the legs and shuffle forwards. Start to release the spine down towards the floor. We're going to come into a twist and then a final few moments of stillness. So let's hug right knee in towards the body, squeeze right knee down towards the shoulder. Keeping the left leg long makes it a little deeper than when we did it with the bent leg, but if you prefer that, just bend the leg. To come into the twist, we're going to take the right knee across the body over to the left hand side. Stack right hip on top of left. Knee might come to the floor or hover, rest on the fist as you release your right arm away, gaze follows the fingertips. On your next inhale, slowly start to roll all the way onto your back. Hugging right knee in towards the right shoulder. And extend right leg all the way out to meet the left. On an inhale, bend into your left leg. Interlace the fingers around the top of the shin. Nice big squeeze. And then take the left leg across the body. Shuffle right hip under left. Knee comes all the way over to the right hand side. Left arm reaches away. Gaze follows fingertips. On your next inhale, slowly start to come all the way onto your back. Nice big squeeze, knee to shoulder. And then release your left leg all the way up to meet the right. Releasing the arms beside you. Coming into your final posture of your practice. So we just appear for about a minute. Embracing the stillness. Nothing left to do but breathe. On your next inhale, start to breathe in a little more deeply. And release as you exhale. Inhale, inspiring life into the body, wiggling fingers and toes. Exhale to release it to wrists and ankles. Inhale, letting arms come up above the head. Find a full body stretch. And release the arms all the way down beside the body. Gently roll over onto your right hand side. Then you can push yourself up to find a comfortable seated position. And just taking a moment here to notice how you feel. And a nice sighing breath all together. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Let it all out through the mouth. Big sigh. Excellent. Know that wherever you are in this precise moment is exactly where you're meant to be. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice, sharing your incredible energy with me and each other. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.
Thank you, everybody. If that has helped, if you are feeling cooler, let me know. How did you find the breathing exercise? Drop a comment below, like, share, subscribe if you want to be the first to get this content. We drop it every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. It's Wellbeing Wednesday after all. Next up, you will have Pilates next week, but there are hundreds of videos that you can choose from. So feel free to jump on and do another video. See you soon. Bye.